Questions 1 through 10 on the 2013 Grade 10 AMC 10A. A taxi ride costs $1.50 plus 25 cents per mile traveled. How much does a 5-mile taxi ride cost? $1.50 for that original base cost plus 25 cents for each mile, and this is a 5-mile ride, so times by 5. So that becomes 1.5 plus 1.25, and if you add it up, it's 2.75. Number 1, therefore, is C. Alice is making a batch of cookies and needs 2.5 cups of sugar. Unfortunately, her measuring cup holds only a 1/4 cup of sugar. How many times must she fill that cup to get the correct amount of sugar? Well, you take 2.5 and you divide by 1/4. And that's pretty much how you would do this question. And however you'd like to do it, if you want to turn it to decimals, for example, that's perfectly fine. And if you do that, you get 10. So 10 times is the answer to this question. Therefore, number 2, the answer is B. ABCD has side length 10, point E is on BC, and the area of triangle ABE is 40. What is BE? Well, this is 10, and this is 10, and so on. The area of that triangle they have told you is 40. Well, we just use a standard area is equal to 1/2 base times height formula to figure out the length of BE. The area is 40. 1/2 base, well, the base I can call BE. And then the height of that triangle, I can use AB. And that triangle, of course, is ABE, this guy right here. So if I cross multiply, I get 80 is equal to BE times AB, but AB is length 10. And therefore, BE is going to be 80 divided by 10, which is 8. So number 3, the answer is E. A softball team played 10 games, scoring 1 through 10 runs. They lost by 1 run in exactly 5 of the games. In each of the other games, they scored twice as many runs as their opponent. How many total runs did the opponent score? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then let's talk about the ones where they scored double. That obviously is going to match up with the even numbers. So this is the team and this is the opponents. So anytime it's a even number, we can use that to figure out their opponents. In each of the other games, they scored twice as many runs as their opponents. So that means the opponents would have scored 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10 for those games. Because the number of runs has to be an integer. That's why I chose the even ones. And then in the other ones, they lost by 1 run. So if they lost by 1 run, that means the opponents scored 2 here, 4 here, 6, 8, and 10, right? So now I have to add up all of these guys to get the total runs scored by the opponent. So 2 plus 1, 3, 7, 9, 15, 18, 26, 30, 40, 45. 45 is the total number of runs by the opponents. Number 4, therefore, is C. Tom, Dorothy, and Sammy went on a vacation and agreed to split the costs evenly. During the trip, Tom paid $105, Dorothy paid $125, and Sammy paid $175. In order to share the costs equally, Tommy gave Sammy $T and Dorothy gave Sammy $D. What is T minus D? We have T, D, and S for Tom, Dorothy, and Sammy. And his cost was $105, Dorothy's cost was $125, and Sammy's cost was $175. So what they're doing is trying to equalize their costs. So Tommy basically adds T as a cost to his by giving that to Sammy. So if he gives it to Sammy, that means Sammy's costs go down by T. He's been given some money now, so that brings down his overall expenses. And then Dorothy does the same thing, but she gives D. So her costs go up by D, but then Sammy's costs go down by D. And they're saying all of these are now equal. And then if they're equal, figure out T minus D. Okay, well, shouldn't be that bad. This equals this, so that means 105 plus T is equal to 175 minus T minus D, correct? And from this, you can get that D is equal to 70 minus 2T. This equals that, so that means that 125 plus D is equal to 175 minus T minus D. And from this, you will get that 2D is equal to 50 minus T. And now you just isolate, I guess. You can sub this guy into here. And if you do, you get 2 times that. So it'd be 140 minus 4T is equal to 50 minus T. And therefore, 3T is equal to 90. And therefore, T is 30. Substitute that back into here. And if you do, you get D is equal to 70 minus 60. So D is equal to 10. And then finally, T minus D is 30 minus 10, which is 20. And therefore, the answer is 20, which is B for number 5. Joey and his 5 brothers are ages 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. One afternoon, 2 of his brothers, whose ages summed to 16, went to the movies. 2 brothers younger than 10 went to play baseball, and Joey and the 5-year-old stayed home. How old is Joey? 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. These are the ages, right? So we got to play around with this. Okay. One afternoon, 2 of his brothers, whose ages sum to 16, went to the movies. All right. Well, we've got a few choices here, but I'll choose 3 and 13. So these 2 guys, the 3-year-old and the 13-year-old, they went to the movies. All right. Then 2 brothers younger than 10 went to play baseball. Well, we've already accounted for the 3-year-old. So 2 of these guys went to play baseball. All right, I don't know which ones, so we'll hold off on circling. But then they say Joey and the 5-year-old stayed home. Oh, the 5-year-old stays home. Okay, that means these 2 were the ones who went to play baseball. And then, therefore, the only guy that's left that I didn't account for yet is the 11-year-old, and that must be Joey. So it's just one of those questions you got to play around with. So number 6, the answer is D. A student must choose a program for 4 courses from a menu of courses consisting of English, algebra, geometry, history, art, and Latin. This program must contain English and at least 1 mathematics course. In how many ways can this program be chosen? I have 2 possible scenarios. I can choose basically 1 math course or 2 math courses. So English is fixed. That has to be part of the program. So that is going to be there. But then I've got to choose at least 1 math course. So I can either choose algebra or I can choose both algebra and geometry, right? Or, for example, I could choose geometry here. But this is basically 1 math course, this program. This is 2 math courses, obviously. So there's only 2 scenarios. Now let's look at the first one. If I choose only 1 math course, this has been chosen. 1 math course has been chosen. And I'm going to choose the next 2 from the remaining courses, which are history, art, and Latin. So that means that this guy here, I've got 3 possible choices, either history, art, and Latin. And the last one, I've got the 2 remaining courses to choose from. So 3 times 2 is 6. So that's going to take care of the first scenario where there's only 1 math course. The second is when I choose 2 math courses. So this is fixed, and these 2 are fixed. And now for the very last one, I've got to choose between history, art, and Latin. There's 3 of them, so I've got 3 possible choices. So this also gives me just 3. because these were all fixed. So now I have to add these two, and therefore 6 plus 3 is 9. So number 7, the answer is C. What is the value of that? The biggest thing I can factor is 2012, 2 to the power of 2012, from both the numerator and denominator. If I do that from the numerator, I get 2 to the power of 2 plus 1. And if I factor out a 2 to the power of 2012 from the denominator, I get 2 to the power of 2 minus 1. Well, the good news is those two cancel, and all I'm left with is 4 plus 1 on top and 4 minus 1 on the bottom. And that is, of course, just 5 over 3. So number 8, the answer is C. In recent basketball game, Chenille attempted only 3-point shots and 2-point shots. She was successful on 20% of her 3-point shots and 30% of her 2-point shots. Chenille attempted 30 shots. How many points did she score? 3-point shots and 2-point shots. Now, let's say the number of 3-point shots was X and the number of 2-point shots was Y. We know from the question that X plus Y is 30 because she took a total of 30 shots. So that means Y is equal to 30 minus X. So this is 30 minus X. Now, they tell me that 20% of her 3-point shots were successful. So that means 0.2 times X were successful. And then 30% of her 2-point shots were successful. So 0.3 times 30 minus X are the successful ones. And they want you to figure out the number of points she scored. Okay? Well, I have to take the successful 3-point shots and multiply by 3 points. Then I have to take the successful 2-point shots, which is this guy, and multiply by 2 points. Okay, so let's multiply this all out. This is going to be 0.6x. This is going to be 0.6 times 30, which is 18, and then 0.6x minus. Okay, interestingly, the x's cancel, and all you're left with 18. So that's how many points she scored. So number 9, the answer is B. A flower bouquet contains pink roses, red roses, pink carnations, and red carnations. 1/3 of the pink flowers are roses, 3/4 of the red flowers are carnations, and 6/10 of the flowers are pink. What percentage of the flowers are carnations? Well, okay, we've got pink roses, pink carnations, so these are the pink flowers. And then on the red side, we have red roses and we have red carnations. The question then tells me that 1/3 of the pink flowers are roses. So over here, this is 1/3, and therefore this must be 2/3. Then 3/4 of the red flowers are carnations. So this is 3/4, and this is 1/4. And then 6/10 of all the flowers are pink. So these guys are 6/10, and then therefore this must be 4/10. What percentage of the flowers are carnations? All right. What percentage of the flowers are carnations? Well, a couple of ways of doing this. I always like to use numbers. It makes it seem so much easier. Let's just say there's 100 flowers in total. If there's 100 flowers in total, that means the pink flowers are 60 of them, right? Because it's 6 out of 10 of all the flowers. And the red flowers, there's 40 of them. All right. Now let's look at the 1/3, 2/3 breakup over here. 1/3 of this number is the pink roses, so 1/3 of 60 is 20. So 20 of these guys. And then 2/3 of that are the pink carnations, so 40 of those guys. And then there's 40 red flowers. Of them, 1/4 are red roses, so that means 10. And 3/4 are red carnations, so 30. And what they want, what percentage of the flowers are carnations? Well, the carnations, pink carnations, there's 40, and red carnations, there's 30. So 40 plus 30 represent the carnations, and the total number of flowers is 100, and that's 70 over 100, which is obviously 70%. So number 10, the answer is E.